And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Coleman now. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Noah Spence in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Coleman. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. From the gun, Fields eluding the pressure right. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there, and it'll bring up a second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
throwing on first down. Jones toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first. Down, well done. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Dorsett, a field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They begin the drive with Coleman. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their 1st drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Off play action. Fields. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st down, Fields, flush to his right. Thomas has got it, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Blue 90. Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, Fields. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
This will be taken at the 10. Well, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10.
Leopard!
Now Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gun!
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. What a spin. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Operating from the gun, Fields. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep for... Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Jones to throw on second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Here we go. Gun.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and now it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Gun.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Jones now, operating from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Harmon. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connect.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Fields eluding the pressure right. Past the 20. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fields. That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
4 down. Check.
From the gun, Fields. Steps away to his left. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it was really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And an alley to run. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Leopard!
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 yards there and a first down. Operating from the gun. Fields. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And the ball is knocked out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Off the play fake, Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Leopard!
They run with Harris. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. This is Harris. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
4 down.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing Jones. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Harris. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
That's where you belong.
Jones to throw on second down. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there. And
you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Fields. Going underneath. It's Coleman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. And the blitz does come. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's fielded at the 34. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Now Jones on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll toss to Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Harris. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the 1st.
And typically when we see this jumping, is it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Now Harris. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Oh, they're out. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Fields. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Saints on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Looking to throw. Fields. And an alley to run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter if he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Buying time to his left. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Jones looking to throw on second down. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Flushed out right. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again on second and 10. Fields. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the gun, Fields. Flush to his right. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So out come the Bucs now. Looking at this situation, if they get a field goal out of this, it helps. But a touchdown would really help into going to secure the victory.
You know what I'm thinking right here? In the West Coast offense, in their parlance, every time they throw the football, they say you're either throwing it for a touchdown or a check down. In this case, it's either taking time off the clock or getting that touchdown that really puts you in firm control. I think they'll go either way on this one.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of one, and that's going to bring up a third down. Jones now operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue Niners.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Buccaneers,
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just see the bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even me that I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Y'all is a lazy, my posse deep and irate, and we act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon, big it flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, in the limit. Yeah. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides I can shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. The Ferragamo stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matt back, liquor clean. Dead president and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience thinner than a penny hoe.
Don't get empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You do what I tell you. Get over here. Who's gonna get this?
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it.